Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Juan. I'm a yarn addict, hence the name Juan the Yarn Addict. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for stopping by to check out my video today. This is a yarn and crochet channel where we talk about all things yarn and all things crochet. So if that interests you, please sit back and watch this video because today, my friends, I offer you another session of WIPn IT with Juan. So for today's WIPn IT with Juan session, I'm actually going to continue working on my rainbow granny squares. So the project that I've created here is a blanket of 60 granny squares. So I may need to make more. I'm not exactly sure how big this is going to be, but for right now, I have 60 of these little squares. So I'm mid-process right now, so I have about 30 of these that have the purple and the blue, and then I have about 30 of these that have the green already on them. Okay, so there's that. And I have the 3 remaining colors that I need to add to my squares. I brought them over because I want to see how big a completed square is, so I can kind of measure and gauge how many squares I'm going to need. Now, I just made the decision to add black after the red. That will be my joining color. So what I'm going to do now for this session is I'm going to add the 3 remaining colors to this square, and then I'm going to go ahead and add black to this, just so I can see. If I manage to get this finished early enough, then I'm going to hop onto the paper bag here and add green to these squares as we talk about all the things. So that is what I'll be working on for this session. I'm curious to know what you guys are working on while you listen to me babble on about all the things. Inquiring minds want to know. If this is your thing, friends, if you really like these WIPn IT with Juan sessions, consider giving me a like. Consider subscribing to my channel. I think I have 10 sessions already filmed. This might be number 11 if I'm not mistaken. If not, you'll see it in the show notes and in the title and everything, the correct session number. But in either case, these sessions are filmed just so that you have a crochet buddy. You know, a lot of us crochet alone, and sometimes it's really nice to just hear someone in the background talking about all the things while you just enjoy your project. And so that's what this is for you and for me. So you're keeping me company, I'm keeping you company, and both of us are happy. So that's what this is. And I hope you have an amazing time for the time that we're together. So, okay, again, as I mentioned, I'm going to add the rest of the colors here. So the next one going out will be yellow. Now, there's been some debate in my mind about the proper yellow to use. Now, this is Loops and Threads Soft Classic. Now, if you go onto Michael's website, you will see that they do not have a colorway labeled yellow. I think this is literally the only one they have. Let me just check the wall here. So this one here is this. It's the same one. But then this one here is, okay, so this is called light yellow. I really don't think it's appropriate for what we're making. So I stand corrected. They do have something on the website called yellow, but it's light yellow. So there's that. I'll fix that later. As a matter of fact, let me not wait until later. I like to try and keep my wall nice and neat. Sorry that you're seeing the back of my head, but we have to get this situated. Okay. Now I feel better. All right, so did I pick the one that doesn't have the thing sticking out? Yes, I did. Okay, figured it out anyway. All right, so why a rainbow granny, you might ask? So, first of all, I love rainbows. I love the rainbow. I actually do not own a rainbow blanket of anything. So I felt compelled to make one for myself because I don't have one. So that's the reason for that, my friend. So, yeah. Let me just go ahead and create a slip knot on my hook. There we go. Perfect. Now what I've been doing for my grannies, I have been crocheting over the tails. So if you crochet over the tails, you don't really have to sew anything in. You just trim the tail. You're good. So that's what I've been working on. And if it doesn't work, I have a friend who is willing to sew in all my ends. I'm willing to mail my project to my friend so that she can sit there and sew in all my ends because she volunteered. And I love that for her. Anyone who's willing to sit there and sew in your ends, I mean, I'm all for it. So why not? And so I don't even know if 60 is enough. I may need more because I do like my blankets large. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited to see what this turns out like, you know, with this shade of yellow, and the purple that I chose isn't traditionally the hue of purple that I would want, but I'm happy with it nonetheless. I'm fine with it. So yeah, this project is very simple. It's just tedious because you're changing colors every row for every granny square motif. So, but I think it's going to be well worth the effort, you know, in the end. Now, this has been my in-between project while working on all the things for the month of April. So I call these breather projects. I don't know if you guys have any of those, but like when you're working some serious projects and things, you need projects to take your mind off of other projects. So this to me is a breather project. I do granny squares as breather projects. So for instance, let me just show you this. So this is my Apache Tears blanket that I'm sending to Bag O' Day for the auction. And so this involved a lot of counting, and it is a mosaic blanket. And in order to get the pattern just right, I had to count every single stitch of this entire blanket. So to give my mind a break from counting, I went ahead and started this. So since that is of rainbow colors, I said, you know what? I want a rainbow blanket for myself. So why not make a breather blanket and do granny squares? So yeah, I don't know if that term breather blanket is a thing, but it's a thing for me, friends. I love it. Breather blanket, or just a breather project. It's so refreshing to say that. Like, you know, I'm working on this really intricate pattern like Sophie's, but you know, to give my mind a break from Sophie's every now and then, I'm working on this asymmetrical shawl to give me a break. Yeah, that was actually a thing. That's a true statement, because this is that asymmetrical shawl. I've been working on it since the last time you guys have seen it. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's K&C yarn from Joann's. The colorway is ground, and I love the way this looks against my skin. It's so good. Love it. I get so excited when things turn out so nice. Anyway, I get excited over the smallest things. Does anyone else get that way? Like, I even ask myself, like, Juan, was it really that serious for you to get that excited about it? And my mind says yes. It was really worth getting that excited about it because it's great. It's all the things. So, yeah. I got that excited about it. I can't wait until it's done. Now, I am going to continue going until the length of it is 6 feet long, 72 inches. So however wide it is what it is. But I need it to go 6 feet long. Yeah, so there's that. Now, I don't know if there's a specific formula for like how long a custom made, you know, rectangular scarf or whatever kind of scarf should be. But because I stand, I think 78 inches, I'm somewhere between 78 and 80 inches. I want to say that I am 78 inches tall. So I just do 6 feet, 72 inches. Yeah, 72 inches is the length that I normally go with for my pieces. So I would imagine that if you were a different height, you would want to use a different length, you know? I'm not sure. I don't know how all that goes. But for me, that's what I do. 72 inches. I spoke about sewing at ends, and I completely missed this one. It looks like I'm going to have to reevaluate my options. Oh my. We can't be perfect now, can we? It's only human, right? It's only me being human. So that's what the yellow looks like. That's a bright yellow. I love that for contrast, right? Under the lights. Love it. Okay. The next one is going to be orange. Now this colorway, it does say orange. Love that for us. I love loops and threads. It's so good. Love it. It's nice and thick. There's some meat on the bones. It's always on sale. We love good deals and steals, my friends, right? So, yes, I love loops and threads yarn. And this year has really opened up my eyes to many different kinds of yarn. And I mean, the Premier Basics, and well, we already knew about Red Heart Super Saver, and we already knew about Karen 1 Pound, but I'm talking about all the other kinds of yarn, like Bravo Worsted. I mean, come on, so good, right? It's not my favorite, but it's still good. It's too pricey for me, but I have it. I've tried it, and I like it, you know? What else is good that I really tried for the first time? Okay, so Ice Yarn's Saver. Okay, it's not bad yarn. It's good. It's good. But it gives me like a lowercase celebration. This is nothing that I'm jumping for joy about, but it's good yarn, you know? In my humble opinion, Loops and Threads is better than Saver. That's my humble opinion, you know? I just feel like there's more meat here. Like, and I like that because I have really big hands. So I like to be able to feel my projects as I work them. I don't have delicate, frail hands. And so, you know, to me, it doesn't matter how thin a yarn is or how thick a yarn is, but I prefer to be able to really feel my work, you know, and hold on to it. So yeah, I'm liking how this is looking. Let me see, do I have any black in here? Well, of course I do. I have 2 cubbies full of black. Who am I kidding? Ugh, why did I ask myself that? I have no idea. Anyway, fun fact, my friends. I recorded a 45-minute Whip It with Juan session before this one, and I was working a completely different whip. I went to go save it, and it didn't save. I said, well, I am determined to get one of these sessions out for all my friends, one way or another. I'm doing it. So what did I do? I grabbed a cup of coffee, went outside, got some air, walked barefoot on the grass. I touched some grass, you know, took in some sun because it's beautiful outside, and then came right on in here and sat right back down. Now, I could have not recorded something tonight, but no. I have people that literally wait for my video, you know, because they want a crochet buddy. And I want that for them because I need a crochet buddy too. So me getting the opportunity to talk to you guys about all the things is like my crochet buddy, because I know someone somewhere will be watching this and answering my questions out loud, even if it's just them in the room, you know. At least those are the responses that I get. They're like, yes, Juan, we answer you. You know, you ask the questions, we say the things, and then of course we give you our opinion when you talk about things, which I think is great. I love that. So it's so cool. I love it. So orange is almost done. It's coming together, guys. Look at that. Loving it. I just wish that purple was just a shade or two lighter, but that's okay. That is okay. I love a dark purple. So let me go ahead and do that. When I end my row, I chain 2 and then I pinch and pull down and it creates this like unstoppable knot. You can't get that out. So I don't ever have to worry about losing anything when you do that. Boom. Okay. Let's put the red on, and then I'm going to throw the black on, and then we'll go from there. So I just take the tail and I bring it over to the corner. I go in, do a slip, and then I chain 3, 2, and 3. So that kind of locks that tail right in there. So now I just do my corner. 1, 2, well, okay, so that's 3. So the chain 3 counts as 1, and then 2 more double crochets is the third. So chain 2, and let's go to town. All right. I know it's going to take me a while to get all of the granny squares completed, but I don't mind it. It's fine. To me, this is worth the effort because I've always wanted a rainbow blanket for what? I mean, ever since I started crocheting. Actually, no, that's not true. I've wanted a rainbow blanket since 2000. So it's been a long time. And finally, I can say I have one. And I may be so inspired to do other projects in rainbow if this turns out as good as or better than intended. So, yeah. I can't wait for this to be a thing. I don't know where I'm going to put it, if I'm being honest. I'm probably going to put it in the squirrel's nest on the back of the couch, you know, while I do my lives on Facebook. So I do my Facebook lives in the other room. It's just more relaxed. Like I put on my PJs and I just hang out with my yarn. It's just super chill. It's not like, you know, a day at the office, you know, so the whole mentality for me changes when I go in there and I just hang out with friends and fans of my page. It's just so much fun. I like it. Anyway, while I'm in there, I have other whips in that room too. So I have whips in here, I have whips in there. I even have some whips in my room, like my actual room, because sometimes I can't sleep. So I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be like, let me just work on something to take my mind off of whatever I was dreaming about. And it helps. So yeah, I only keep like 1 or 2 whip baskets in there. So what do I have in there? I only have one project left in there. It is a shawl that I'm working on. I have that, and then I have the remnants of the Apache tears. So the leftover yarns I have still in there. So I'll have to clean that up. But that project is done. So there's only one whip in my room, like my actual bedroom. I may have to bring another project in there. I need options when I wake up in the middle of the night, you know? Decisions. So, yeah, this is turning out so nice. Now, the square is coming out a little bigger than I had anticipated, but I like that for us. You know, that means that I might only have to make 60 squares and it work. Like a 10 by 6. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. A 7 by 9, that's 60. No, I don't know. I'll figure it out. If I have to make more of these to make it work, then I'll do that. No biggie. Because I'm thinking, like, if these turn out to be 7-inch squares and I do 10 across and 10 down, that's 100. I don't have that many, so it won't be that big. Let's think about this, friends. So if it's 7 inches and I have, how many do I have? I 60. If I do 10 down, that's 70 inches down. If I do 6 across, that's 42. So that's not going to work. It's going to be too narrow and too long. So I may need to do 7 across. 7 and 7 is 49. So 7 times 8 is 56. Okay, so we will do 7 across and 8 down. So 7 across times 7 inches is 49. I don't know, that this might actually be more than 7. So let's not jump the gun. Let's just wait and see. I'm going to add the black, and then I'm going to measure it. Do I have a ruler in here? I think I do. I have to have a ruler in here. I have everything else in here. I literally have everything in here. I have everything you could think of that I would need for my channel, excuse me, in this room. All right, so I'm loving it. It's looking good. I'm excited. All right, let me grab some black. I have some black in the cubby right here. Some of this. Loops and Thread Soft Classic. I mean, it's Craft Smart, but we know it's the same thing. So, no big deal. Boom. Okay. Let's put a border on this. It might actually be larger than 7 inches with the black. And might I add, now that I'm looking at everything, it looks like it should look. I love this. I love it. Okay. I get excited over the simplest things. Why do I do that? I'm so plain. I'm so plain. I don't know why. I'm plain, and I have a weird side to me. I have a geeky side to me. I don't know. You give me the most complicated things, and then I will dissect it and research, take notes, investigate. I do all the things. It's just in my nature. I don't know why. I have no idea. Oh my goodness, I'm loving it. Now, it's going to be difficult to join granny squares with black borders using black yarn, but I'm going to do it because I think it's going to look phenomenal. And I'm already getting ideas on what kind of squares to do next, because these don't take me long. These, no. They don't take me long at all. What you've seen so far, I was able to do in one sit-down session. Not a Whip It with Juan, but like a sit-down session. I think I was on a Facebook Live when I did that. I did all of that while I was talking to my audience. To me, these go super quick. I love this for us. And you don't have, like, if you're trying to do something like this, I would highly recommend picking your favorite colors. If not rainbow, like, pick a whole handful of your favorite colors and just do one round of each and do a whole bunch and sew them together. I have a tutorial on my channel for how to join these. Super fast, super quick. If joining squares isn't your thing, you literally just do in the space here a single crochet, chain. Is it chain 2? I would say chain 3. So single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. Just do that using the same color as your border. It's so good. Now me, for this, I'm probably going to literally sit there and go into every stitch. For no other reason than to just take my time and enjoy this blanket. Listen, I've been waiting to do this for such a long time, and I'm doing it on my platform, which means everything to me. So I love the way this is looking. So good. Anyway, so I have a bunch of things to talk about that has nothing at all to do with this project. So, how are you guys all doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you guys are having a great time working on your WIPs, or maybe doing a project that has nothing at all to do with yarn or crocheting. Maybe you're knitting. Who knows? I have a lot of subscribers that are knitters, which is great because I dabble in knitting behind the scenes. I'm a baby knitter, friends. If you're new to my channel, hi, hello, welcome. But this is like mostly crochet on this channel, but I've been dabbling into knitting. So friends of the channel have sent me some supplies to get started in knitting, and so I've been working very diligently off the scenes, off the camera, with the knitting. I'm so proud of myself. So I know how to do the cast on. I can cast on, and I can do the knit stitch, I can do the purl stitch, I can do the garter stitch, and I can do the stockinette stitch. I'm so proud of myself. And the latest one I just learned this like a day or two ago, thanks to my friend Jen. She did a little video, a personal video tutorial just for me. I said, Jen, I really want to learn how to do increases because I want to make the Linus shawl, but I don't know how to do the increase. And so she sat the phone like right here on the table with her hands directly in front of the camera, and she took her sweet old time and taught me how to do increases. So yeah, I have my own personalized tutorial. I'm so thankful for that. Thank you, Jen. So yeah, I'm learning how to do increases now. I'm not perfect at it, but I'm referring back to the little video clips that Jen sent me to really learn how to do that, because I found out, friends, that even though I'm a left-handed crocheter, I'm a right-handed knitter because I don't like to hold the yarn with my left hand. The yarn has to stay on this hand, and so long as it stays on this hand, I'm a right-handed knitter. So yeah, love that for me. I'm in love with this square. Okay, we're almost done the square. Okay, this is going to be like something that I refer back to and look at and be like, okay, I need all of them to look like this. This is so good, friends. I'm so excited. And I'm not making it for anyone. I'm not, making it for any particular project. This is just for me to enjoy. It's been a long time since I made something just for me. I'm not doing a tutorial for it. I'm just literally enjoying the project for me. Oh my God, this is so good. Look at it. Okay, to some, it's just rainbows, but for me, it's everything. I've always wanted a blanket like this. This is more than 7 inches. So I can tell you that right now. It's more than 7 inches. Let me look around for a ruler. I should have prepared, but who knew I was going to be doing all this? You know what I mean? I'm sorry for the noise. I just have to look around my jam-packed desk. Please have a ruler in here. Please have a ruler. I don't have a ruler. No. Okay, well, I'm just going to guesstimate. I'm going to say that's... So my hand is 9 inches. We measured this on the channel. My hand is 9 inches, so I'm going to say it's 8 inches. It's an 8-inch square. And I used a 6mm crochet hook, which is amazing. I love these dot hooks. My sister from another Mr. Nancy over, She's Got Yarn, she sent me these, and I've been hooked on these ever since. I mean, look at how big my hands are huge, okay? But look. Now, for those of you guys who have dot hooks, go grab them, put them on your hands, and you can see, I mean, my hand does swallow the hook, but in comparison to like the other hooks, it feels nice. I like it. So that's one down, 59 more to go. Love that. And I even have a spare tray to put all of those in. So that's super nice. I love that. I love it. Okay. So now that that is done, I'm going to go ahead and what am I going to do? I'm going to put green. We have to jump down. Sorry, crinkle alert. I have this many to put green on. So I have green on the table here. I hope you guys don't move. Okay. I have the skein sitting on the table. Oops. Okay, okay. All right, so I have all the, actually, you know what I can do? I'm gonna set them up here in front of Chip and Dale. That's Chip and Dale over here. Don't mind them, they're keeping me company. All right, so yeah, I'm so excited about this project. Okay. All right, so let's do it. Okay. Where's my scissors? I gotta have them ready. Oh, there they are. Okay, perfect. Okay, so there's that. Now, guys, there are some channels that I've recently been put on. Now, before I get into that, this past Sunday, I think I've spoken about this. How amazing was that live? I'm telling you, that live was so good for so many reasons. First of all, we weren't worried about giveaways. We just hung out and had a good time. That's my vibe. I really enjoyed that, and I really like the fact that we did the giveaways after the fact. So that's going to be a thing. I think going forward, I'm not going to do giveaways on the live. Yeah, I'm going to do replay giveaways. Now, I don't know what we're going to do for the milestone, so I'm about to hit a 30K milestone. So I'm planning for that, and I'm trying to think to myself, do I do live giveaways or do I wait? And I'm gonna probably do a replay giveaway. And it's, I don't know. Yeah, replay giveaway for sure, because I really like the idea of not interrupting the live for giveaways, because it really jumbles up the chat room, and yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that. So yes, 30K, my friends. It's pretty substantial. In 7 months, 30K. It's great. I don't know. I'm so thankful and appreciative, and I just feel like I'm where I should be, you know? I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It just feels right. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like I don't enjoy it. It doesn't even feel like work, you know? Now, it is work. It's a lot of work, but it doesn't feel like work, if that makes any sense. I really love doing this. So anyway, really loving the whole process for me and all that. So anyway, 30K giveaway. And what do I have planned for the 30K giveaway? So right now I don't have anything planned because I have so many ideas, so many things that I want to do, but my short-term goal is not the 30K. My short-term goal is the 50K, because I call myself the jack of all trades, the master of none, because yeah, I dabble in everything, but I can't say that there's one thing specific that I am like the best at. And so with that, I'm like, all right, I like variety. I love doing all the things. That's my mantra. That's what I've been saying since I started my channel, all the things. Jack of all trades, master of none. And you know, I'm human and I have lots of things to learn, and I'm inspired by many channels out there. I have my favorites. You know, and I've spoke about my favorites many times. But with that being said, I'm like, Okay, goals, Juan. What are your goals? So my short-term goal is to get to 50K. Okay. I reached out to my mentors. I call them my mentors. I emailed them, and they responded back with the same thing, the same responses. So I got to keep doing what I'm doing. First of all, you know be true to myself, keep doing what I'm doing, and have fun, enjoy the process, you know and one of the things that I really like doing, like my number one thing, my number one favorite thing to do on my channel, because now, like, I passed the 6 month mark, 7 months in. What is Juan's favorite thing to do on the channel? Believe it or not, my favorite thing to do on my channel is go live. I love being live. I don't know, it's electric. I just love doing it. I feel so alive when I do it. I love interacting with people. I love being in the moment. That's why I've started doing pop-up lives. I just love being live. It's so cool. My second favorite thing is this. I love crocheting, and I love talking while I do it. I love talking and crocheting and hanging out. Now, in an ideal world, I'd be in a room full of people, and we'd all have our project bags, and we'd all be just hanging out, maybe with a movie on, or just small talk amongst ourselves in like little clicky groups all throughout. Like maybe I'm sitting around 4 or 5 people, and we're talking about the differences between red heart and loops and thread, and then on the other side of the room, there may be a group of people talking about the different local yarn stores. And then I may overhear something and say, "What did you guys say? I'm curious." And then we all start talking. You know, in an ideal world, that would be for me. And but the reality is we have real life responsibilities that prevent us from doing things like that all the time. But one can hope and wish that someday that actually happens. I would love to be in the room with a whole bunch of crocheters that have spent many times watching me, and we can just hang out and have a good time, kind of like a retreat. So who knows? Stay tuned for that. Someday in the future, when I grow and get bigger than I am, however long that takes, whether it's 1 year, 10 years, or 15 years, who knows? I may do a retreat someday, and we can all hang out and enjoy crocheting together. At least that's what I hope for us, provided that the world allows us to do that. So we'll see. But talking about the Sunday Live. So I did channel shoutouts, right? I spoke about all these channels that people should go and see. And I got a lot of positive feedback. Thank you, Juan, for shouting out all those channels, spreading the love and, exposing these new channels to people who otherwise wouldn't have known that they even existed. I felt really good about that, So there is this hashtag that's going around right now. It's called Go Support 2024. And it's literally just a hashtag to connect channels to channels and expose these new creators and even existing ones that may need or want some attention onto their channel. I think it's amazing that this hashtag even started and that it is spreading. Now, there have been several channels that have shouted me out using that hashtag, and they were smaller channels than me. It goes to show that it doesn't matter how big your platform is. If people think you're a cool person and you're easy to listen to and they enjoy your content, they're going to shout you out. So me, I like doing the same thing. So I don't really think about how big a platform is, with the exception of trying to give the smaller channels some more visibility. If there is a bigger channel that I feel like maybe my audience isn't exposed to, that maybe, they would really enjoy watching, then yes, I will throw the channel out there. But I really like talking about the smaller channels. And by smaller, I mean smaller than my channel. Um, and I say that very humbly because I know just as fast as I got you guys, I could lose you. So I say that very humbly. Please mark my words when I say that. I'm grateful for my platform. So thank you all who subscribe to my channel. And by the way, friends, if you're not subscribed to my channel and you like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you. And if you're not sure, go check out some of my other videos. I have tons of things. I leave all my lives on my channel so you can see what the lives are like. More specifically, look at the last one. We really had a good time there. But I also leave everything out for me to record and, review my journey. Like, okay, my first couple of videos, I don't watch those anymore. They're a thing of the past. Very cringe. But nowadays, I'm very comfortable in front of the camera. And it shows, at least from what I see. So anyway, I say all that to say that I have 4 channels here that I want to talk about, that I would really appreciate if you guys took a moment or two after watching me to go check out their channels. And I will link their channels into the show notes, into the description box. Okay? So the first one that I want to talk about is Urban Farm Boys. So Crystal over at Bag O' Day Crochet shouted them out a little while ago. And, she had mentioned how, they do like planting and, they have plants. And when I say they, I mean Nick and Andrew. So both of them are there and they plant, and there's crochet content on the channel. And yeah, so like go check them out. So I went and checked them out and I absolutely love their content. I'm like, I can't get enough of this. This is so cool. I'm like, let me continue watching and seeing all the things, because it's not just a yarn content channel. There are other things to watch and see on that channel. And Nick and Andrew grew their channel fairly quickly, all things considered. So, please check them out. I think that the content is great. I think that the length of the videos are great. Yeah, I really enjoy their content. So please check them out. Again, I'll leave their channel in the show notes, in the description box. Tell them that Juan sent you. Okay? I would really appreciate that. And for those of you guys that I've shouted out, I don't need a thank you or anything like that. You guys watch me, and whether you're subscribed to me or not, I just feel like in my mind that you watch me and that you enjoy my content. So no thanks needed, just, spreading the yarny love, because guess what? I was given that opportunity. And so I'm just paying it forward. So, and I will continue to do that, because I feel like the only way that our yarny community will grow is by sharing and spreading the information around. Be like, hey, did you guys check that channel out? Brand new, less than 100 subs. There's some great content there. It's the only way this community will grow, and we really do need it to grow. It's a very small community compared to a lot of the other communities on YouTube. I mean, let's just talk about very quickly the beauty and makeup industry portion of YouTube. I mean, come on. There are tons of MUA makeup artists on the YouTube streets, and they all have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and viewers, and they don't all just sit there and watch makeup. They do other things, but something about their channel attracted these viewers to them. So, the bigger we grow, the bigger our audience will be. So always share if possible. I don't believe in the whole riding the coattails thing. I think that if a viewer wants to watch you, they'll watch you. And if they don't want to watch you, they're not going to watch you. So there's nothing wrong with sharing channels out there, you know? And I know, like, some of you guys may be like, well, I don't want to keep shouting channels out because, what if they don't put in the work on their end and, all that. To that, I say, regardless of that, a viewer will watch what they want to watch. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force the horse to drink. So, does it really matter? Just do the good deed and move on. Just a little bit of advice for those of you guys who are hesitant about sharing channels. Really just share them, because what's wrong with sharing the channel? You're doing your good deed. You feel good that you did the right thing. And someday it might happen to you. You might actually need a shout out. You might need a helping hand with whatever. And the good deed might come to you because you did the good deeds to others. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't know how I got on that tangent. I do apologize, but it just made sense for me, for us in the moment, I do that, friends, and I don't know why, but I don't mind. Anyway, next, I want to talk about Gary. Now, many of you guys in my circle know Gary. Many of you guys in other circles may know Gary. Gary has been around for a couple of years, and he's got great content. He's well spoken, he speaks well. I enjoy his content. He does acquisitions. He speaks very highly of yarns that he enjoys, and he gives fair, unbiased reviews of his acquisitions. At least I feel. He talks about projects that he works on and his journey in the Yarny community and all the things. He also highlights, his life at the end, which I think is great. He's got some great content, friends. So if you're not subscribed to Gary, go over there and check him out, please. I mentioned him before when I was a little smaller of a channel, but I'm growing, and I think that he deserves to have a bigger channel. All things considered, I think that he is a great person. I think that I really enjoy his content. There's really no other way to explain it. And one day we will meet, my friend. I'm dying. Like, I go up to Canada, but I don't always go over to British Columbia or that, out west. But one day I will go out there, and we will meet up and we'll go yarn shopping and do all the LYSs, be it Canada or, somewhere over there in the Pacific Northwest. It would be amazing. Who else do I need to shout out? Oh, okay. So I need to tell you about this channel. So this channel was referred to me by a couple of people. So Mrs. C's Cottage emailed me. I call her my Oma. She emailed me about this channel, and so did Carrie the Yarny Elephant. She reached out to me and said, hey, Juan, please check out this channel. If you like the content, shout it out. So the channel's name is Moonlit Moth Creations, and the person in front of the camera, his name is Jay Took. First name Joseph, last name Took, or whatever it is, Took. So I've started watching his videos. He has less than 100 subscribers, but friends, I tell you, he's only been crocheting for 6 weeks according to what I've seen so far, and the works that he has put forth are amazing. Maybe he's only been on camera for 6 weeks. Maybe that's it. I'll have to watch more videos, but his work is so nice, all things considered. It makes it as a very seasoned crocheter. It's hard to believe that he's only been crocheting for 6 weeks, but if that is his story, then kudos to him, because there are some stitches sitting on the table in the background that are like advanced stitches. So please, by all means, check out that channel. I mean, he is well spoken and his projects are great. His ideas are good. I also think that he deserves a shout out, and I think that he deserves some visibility. He's a male crocheter. And that, my friends, is something that we don't have enough of in our Yarny community. All things aside, there aren't enough males in this community. I already know, like, it's not a popular thing to see, male crocheters, but the more visibility we get, the more regular it will become. So I know my following really enjoys what I do, and I feel like if we have more of us, it would just be another day at the office. You know what I mean? I would really, really enjoy seeing more male content, crochet content on the YouTube streets. It would be so awesome. And so, yes, if you're noticing a theme, I am shouting out male crochet artists, male crochet channels. And last but not least, I want to do one more before we close out. I want to do Greg over at Hey Fiber Friends. So a little backstory about Greg. I call him my friend, by the way. Yeah. So anyway, Greg over at Hey Fiber Friends, he was on the YouTube streets before under another channel name. He left us for a little while and he came back under a new channel name. And let me tell you, the difference between what he was and what he is now, night and day difference for the better. I am so impressed with what he has put forth so far on his channel that he has my 100% support. I think that, he's just good at what he does. He's been crocheting since 1986. He's been on the hook for quite a while, so he can find his way around the projects. He's got a little yarnscape behind him, which I think is amazing. I think it's very nice. His favorite yarns are Red Heart Super Saver, and he speaks very highly of it, which I concur. I think that Red Heart Super Saver is good yarn. It lasts the test of time. It's tried, tested, and true. Say what you want, but there's a reason why it's still around. What else? And I shouted him out before. And I think that his audience is growing and it's good, but his content has taken a shift. His content has changed a little bit and I'm really enjoying it. So you'll notice that, some of the things that you're seeing on my channel, you're seeing on his, and I highly encourage that. If you're inspired by something that I do, so much so that you want to do your own spin on it, you want to do it on your channel, by all means, go ahead. I think it's great. Who am I? I'm not, I'm not the copyright police. I'm not any of that. I think that sitting in front of a camera talking while you crochet is amazing. I think it's great. If you have an audience who will sit and listen, by all means, go do it. If you want to do a corner-to-corner project that you saw and you were inspired by me, by all means, go do it. I think it's amazing. I love that for people, And so he's sitting on his couch and he's crocheting while he talks and does all the things. See, what he doesn't know is that I tune in to his channel to watch him do that, just like you're tuning into me watching me do this. So we all need somebody, and so I think it's amazing. And thank you, Greg, if you're watching, for doing that, because sometimes I do need a crochet buddy, and for me, you're that person. So thank you. And so that wraps up the shout outs. So just to recap, we have Urban Farm Boys, Nick and Andrew. Hello. And then we have Gary over at Urban Yarn. Hello to you as well. And then we have Joseph at Moonlit Moth Creations. I'll tag everybody. You know, please check them out and let them know that Juan sent you, please. Please. And then last but not least, we have Greg over at Hey Fiber Friends. So I'm going to do this more often, I think. I'm going to highlight some male content creators, male crocheters, male knitters, because I would really like to see more male content out there. You know, nothing wrong with the females, you know, nothing wrong with that. I just would really love to see more male content creators. So anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, my friends, please give me a thumbie, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and then of course hit the notification button to stay updated with everything regarding me and my channel. I go live every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with my mother. I bring her on the channel. We hang out. We have a good time. And we're in the makes room when we hang out and do all the things. You won't see us in here ever. So we'll be in the makes room where I keep all the finished objects and things. So, my friends, that is it for this session of WIPn IT with Juan. I really hope you enjoyed your time. I really enjoyed it. And I can't wait for the next one. So, my friends, until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.